I just want to find my daughter, that's it. I want to know what happened. I want her home. Just this looking like a bleak outcome being this, it's been this long that I have to wrap my head around, which I don't want to.
May 6, 2016 was just like any other ordinary day. 17-year-old Kianna Galvin decided to take a walk to the local park, and no one has seen or heard from her since. This is her story. Hey, what is up all my social climbing friends? It's Dustin and I am back with another video. Now, I am going to disclaim off gate that this video is going to be very different than any video that I have ever made here on my channel. You guys know that I am known for being in the drama community and commenting on other YouTubers and things that happen in the YouTube community. However, I have been so captivated by the work of Danielle Holland and Eleanor Neal and Tawny Michelle. Thank you so much for opening my eyes to this community and the great benefits that it can have to spread the message of missing persons, because I have been so embroiled and enthralled in these types of videos. I have always watched Forensic Files, The First 48, Dateline, all things like that. My partner Eric, before he got very sick, was actually in school to be a forensic scientist to do like crime scene investigation and things like that. So I have been very interested by all of this type of stuff for a very long time, and I did not even know, I was not even aware that there was actually a YouTube community that was dedicated to making videos about missing persons cases. And I have just been so ate up with it lately, and I'm like, for the longest time, you guys know that I said that if you have any kind of influence, if you have any kind of voice on social media, and that if you feel strongly enough about something, that you should do everything and use every tool at your disposal to assist in helping that. And although some of you guys may think it's crazy that this may not help, I honestly do think that a lot of cases of missing persons, they're not treated by the media as being very serious. They do not get the media exposure that they absolutely deserve. And I want you guys to know that Google is actually the biggest search engine in the entire freaking world, and that it only takes one person to solve a case. It only takes one person. You never know who's seen something, who might Google someone's name that may be familiar with what's going on and have not spoke up, that may not have the courage to say something in a case that could solve it. And that is my aim with this. I know that I do not have a big reach. I know that my video may not get a bunch of views, and that is absolutely not what this video is about. This is for people that are into this kind of thing. This is for people that want to know more about a possible case that they have not seen, or they may know about and they have not heard specific things that may be in a video. This is just so interesting to me. And when I filmed this case, I was actually going through Danielle Holland's comments, and I was like, okay, somebody's suggesting something here. And I know she doesn't really take suggestions from her comment section anymore, and I was just like Googling names of people. This case about Kianna Galvin really resonated with me, because when I seen this girl's picture when it popped up, I was like, damn, this looks like somebody that could totally be my friend. This looks like someone that I could know. This looks like someone that I could have possibly grown up with. It just, her face just stuck out to me, and this case has literally very minimal information about her disappearance. I'm gonna cover all of that in this video, so if you're here for that, please stay tuned to this video. I do want to disclaim that this is about a real family that is going through a really traumatic thing in the disappearance of Kianna Galvin. So please, if you leave a comment, please be respectful of the family, because you never know who is going to watch these types of videos. I actually did reach out to Kianna Galvin's mother for a statement. I let her know that I am so incredibly sorry that she is going through this and that her daughter is missing. She did not return a statement to me, which is perfectly fine. So if you are watching this, I want you to know I am so incredibly sorry that this has went on for as long as it has. Guys, tomorrow, May the 6th, is the 2-year anniversary of the disappearance of Kianna Galvin, and I just think that this story deserves so much more publicity than it received. I literally found very, very little information about this case. But you guys, I'm gonna quit rambling now and get into this and give you guys some information, and maybe you'll see why I am so like invested in this. Kianna Galvin was 17 at the time of her disappearance. Kianna was very, very outgoing. She was known for being just this bubbly, bright, funny person that people just loved. Like, her face would just light up when she went into a room. This is how she's been described on the internet from what I have seen. People just loved her. She was very easy to make friends with. People liked being around her. She was a people person. People liked and gravitated toward her. She had a smile about her that drew people in, and they just wanted to be friends with her because of this. Kianna is between 5'4" and 5'6", around 150 pounds. I will put a picture of her here if you guys have not seen enough of that in my intro for you guys to see, just for recollection purposes. Kianna does have two very distinguishing marks about her. On her left wrist, she does have a heart and a pulse right here where you would see my tattoo. She also has script going down her arm with 3 words. Kianna was last seen on May 6, 2016 when she told her family members that she was going to go to Jim Hansen Park and that she would just be back in a couple of hours. I actually looked to see if I could find an address from where Kianna would be going to this park to see how long it would take her to walk or how far she actually lived away from the park. I was not able to find that, but I can pretty much guess that if she was gonna walk to a park, that it would not be very far, maybe not more than a mile or 2. She was probably just gonna go there. I don't know, it did not say what she was gonna be doing. It didn't say that she had plans to meet up with anyone. Maybe she was just going there to clear her head. Maybe she was just going there to get some fresh air. Nobody is familiar or aware of why she was actually going to Jim Hansen Park. I will put a picture of Jim Hansen Park somewhere up here for you guys to see. This is a very, very large park. I pulled it up, and apparently they have like very big games there and like all kinds of special events in the area. I did forget to mention just a second ago that Kianna is from South Elgin, Illinois. So Kianna left the house around 12:30 p.m. to go to Jim Hansen Park. The only thing she really took with her was her cell phone. It's noted that her purse was left, as well as her wallet, and any kind of money that she would have had on her was left at home. So that would definitely indicate that she had every intention to come home to her family, that she would not have been planning to be gone more than maybe an hour or 2 max. Since Kianna left around 12:30 p.m., the last time that her phone pinged was at 2 p.m. So that leaves an hour and a half of time that's really not accounted for. What happened in this time, no one knows, because Kianna hasn't been seen since. Since Kianna was walking to this Jim Hansen Park, there has been searches there. There have been candlelight vigils there for her. People have really been in this park looking for her, but there has been absolutely no trace of her. No one has seen or heard from Kianna since this day in her walk to this park, which is really strange. I do want to note that Kianna was recently released from probation and her job, and people that last seen her said that she was in great spirits. She wasn't sad, she wasn't upset or anything like that. Kianna had actually recently broken up with a boyfriend. However, the police have investigated him as a suspect, and every lead or anything that was connected to him actually shown that he was not involved in her disappearance in any way, shape, or form. I actually pulled up quite a bit of information about Kianna. I went through like a lot of her social media profiles. I've seen videos of her and him together. They look very happy. So I think that this was an amicable thing when they broke up. If the police are saying that he is not involved, then he is definitely not involved, I would think. Kianna's mom does have a Facebook page where I actually reached out to her on. I did see some things on there where she was pointing to that possibly that someone may know what's going on with her, and there's definitely someone that has to know what's going on with Kianna. There was a search warrant that was issued and fulfilled in November of 2016, but nothing came of it. No information led to anything. Like, no one knows what happened. But the thing with this is, like, if there was a search warrant that was completed and they didn't find anything, what gave them grounds to get a search warrant? It takes quite a bit of information and proven facts to get a search warrant or suspicion of certain things, and that just really stuck out to me in this case. Now, you guys, I know I didn't really give you too much information. This is literally all I could find about this case, and that is what drives me so insane about it. How have the police not found anything?
not a shred of anything that would indicate where this girl is. She literally just went on a walk and vanished in thin air. That just does not happen. There is someone somewhere in South Elgin, Illinois, that has seen or heard about this case, and that is what drives me crazy. If you are out there and you are watching this video and you know something about Kianna, please, you can anonymously report what you know to the police and you will not be in trouble. It is completely anonymous. You do not have to say anything. Don't feel like you have to hide someone. Don't feel like you have to stay in the dark forever with this. There is a family out there that is hurting because of this. And if you know something and you know what happened to this girl or where she's at, if she's still here, you are concealing something from the rest of the freaking world, and you are enabling this. If something happened to this girl and you know about it, you're just as equally as guilty, and that just weighs on my mind so much. So obviously in this theory, I'm gonna say that I think maybe possibly Kianna was abducted. It would definitely explain to me why her cell phone just shut off and it had no pings after 2 p.m. What happened in that hour and a half between her walking to Jim Hansen Park and her home, no one knows. If she was abducted, she could be anywhere in the world, the United States, by this time, like right now, 2 years later. Like, this is the theory that makes the most sense to me. If she was abducted and taken not under her own will, then this would totally explain why no one has heard from her, why she went completely radio silent. This next theory is about the ex-boyfriend. Is it possible that maybe him and Kianna fell out? Absolutely it is, but he's been ruled out by the police, so I'm pretty sure that they spent quite a bit of time investigating him, looking into his life and his relationship with Kianna. So I really don't think that that is what happened in this case. It's just one of those theories that are out there that maybe him and Kianna had an argument or a disagreement and maybe he went off the deep end. I just don't personally believe this theory, and the police researching him and looking into him is why. The next theory is that Kianna just ran away, because right now a lot of people are saying that this is like a runaway case. I don't believe for 1 second that this girl literally left to walk to the park with just her cell phone, no money, no ID, no purse, leaving her whole life at home. Even her phone charger was noted to be left at home. I just don't think that this girl would just up and run away. She had plans to go to college in Atlanta. Her and her mom were just in talks about buying her a car and looking at colleges in Atlanta for her to get her GED and just change her whole life and just get into fashion. That is something that this girl was very into. I just don't see that her running away would be a very viable option for her. She did not have really any money. She just lost her job. So I don't think her running away was really a big factor in this. I just don't believe this theory. But you guys, this is the case of Kianna Galvin. She is missing 2 years tomorrow, May 6th, 2018. I wanted to bring this to you because, like I said, I think that if you have a voice on social media, that you should use it. I know that this is my first video on a topic like this, and I know that a lot of you are going to give me constructive feedback. That is fine. Judge me kindly. I just really did not have a lot to go on in this. Obviously you can tell from the video, but I hope in some way, shape, or form that this gets to the right person, that it may help the family in some kind of way find their daughter, their sister, anyone that may be related to her. But you guys, I hope you have a great Saturday, and if you have case suggestions for me, if you want me to look into something, I absolutely will do that. I do have some other things that have been sent to me that I'm going to look into, but I hope you guys have a great Saturday, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.